Rick. Great to sit down with you today. We got some exciting news. We're starting a group called Family Funding. You've been at a bank for 22 years, senior vice president of 2 different banks. All my lending that you did with me to help me out was all through the bank. But you've started something new. Why have you done that?
Well, I copied something new.
Okay.
Because I watched one company outproducing everybody else in the world. $88 billion is one of my banks I'm now affiliated with.
Interesting.
And I can do a loan for, I saw 2 different people lose their houses on a cash buyer for less money in the last month. So now we can do cash buyers in 8 days by their help. So that's one of my primary lenders now, as my brokerage firm is a bank license. So I'm open for 5,000 different types of loans, different people. I'm not limited to what this one likes or what this one likes. It's the only way to go with the conditions the way they are.
Okay, so what you're saying is that conditions have changed substantially,
100%.
substantially. And so this is giving you actually a better platform to be able to serve your clients, serve your customers, serve our customers together. Tell me a little bit about what's unique about what you can do with the clients that come to us at Family Funding.
Well, Family Funding, I'm a broker mortgage licensed bank. So I have all those distinctions behind the name.
Okay.
And it gets me a way to be able to talk to other banks. It gets me a way to work with the natural big guy out of Detroit. Mm-hmm. But it's not got a rocket attached to it. It's the other one.
Yeah.
But the wonderful part is that it's so automated that you can buy a house on Friday and close the week from Monday.
Yeah.
If transaction gets turned in, no one can do that.
Interesting. So tell me also what's happening with interest rates, because there's some really funky stuff that's going on relative to interest rates and what's being advertised and that sort of thing.
Well, 2 of the transactions were different because of the fact what interest rates are being hidden now to the general public.
Now, what do you mean by that?
Well, it's why I put trusted advisory, because someone buying a house or selling a house without having a trusted advisor that really knows what we're talking about has got a big nightmare possible. Somebody needs to tell them everything.
Okay, so describe briefly that nightmare scenario.
Well, I had one customer with a decent credit score that, although it had a 6% interest rate to their new home that was going to be built. And it's done. It was within done. Mm-hmm. Within 3 days of when it was getting locked to be done, the rates moved, and their loan that had no cost to loan, it was all built in, cost them $6,000 more because of the credit score to qualify for the same house.
Okay, so what you're saying is that there are fees that are being attached to these
by
things.
Fannie and Freddie that are hidden inside the loan by the banks, or they're not going to make the loan, because let's say today the loan's at 7 or some crazy number.
Yeah.
Well, they know that the loans in 2 years will be back to 5.
Yeah.
And you're not going to keep the 7.
Yeah.
And they're saying, well, it's costing us this much money. So the banks are smart enough, you got to pay a flat fee of $6,000 because your credit score is not high enough.
And they're putting that just in the closing documents.
No,
somewhere.
you see it.
Yeah.
You're down. You've already driven the car to the station. You don't have gas to get home. There is no way not to do the transaction unless you can't find the $6,000.
Oh, that's really powerful information, because
So it's night and day difference.
because people, they need to know what it's costing them, and it's there. You say, I mean, it's there. It's written down on the paper, but unless you're aware of what's happening, it's a substantial hit. It's a really substantial hit.
Well, it was a lot of education I had from the last crash, but the last crash went the other way.
Yeah.
This crash is going where the cost of money is so high, not the houses are falling down.
Yeah.
So the cost of money is so high, the lenders are protecting themselves.
Yeah.
So they don't make a loan, and then they get paid off without ever collecting any of their profit.
Yeah, I just want to tell you, Rick, I just want to thank you for all the disclosure you did with me when
It's
we were doing
everything.
business together, all the talk that we had. Folks, this is the kind of relationship we want to have with you. Call us today at Family Funding and let's talk.
Yeah, the key is to talk.
Yep, let's talk. Thanks.